What is going on, guys? This is Daniel, and before the Sacramento Kings fired Mike Malone, I noticed some flaws in their pick and roll system and the way they defend it. And thanks to Coach Nick at B-Ball Breakdown, I got some synergy stats, and those stats show they are about average in terms of defending the screen and roll, but I think they have the potential to be a top 10 team in that department. And I assume they'll keep the same general defensive philosophy under interim coach Tyrone Corbin. And if you follow my channel, you know I'm a big supporter of ice defense. So if you don't know what that is, there will be a link in the description to a breakdown I did a while back where I describe ice defense. So with that out of the way, let's get to it. Ben McLemore does a great job of forcing the ball handler sideline and away from the middle, but Jason Thompson is about 5 feet too high. If he was lower, it would encourage the mid-range shot, but more importantly, it'd keep him in front of his man, the screener, but because he comes too high, once the pass is made to the screener, in this case Montejunis, he's behind the play, it turns into a 4-on-3 for Houston, and they get a wide open 3 out of it. Notice here how if Carl Landry was 3 feet lower, he could have prevented that pass to the roll man, but luckily Houston misses. I noticed quite a few instances where the Kings did not force sideline, as here Darren Collison allows Patrick Beverley to drive middle, and this makes it impossible for Jason Thompson to guard. He essentially has to guard 2 players. Since Collison allowed middle, there is no weak side help on the roll man Montejunis. If Collison forced sideline, there would be 3 weak side players to possibly bump Montejunis, who'd be rolling down the middle. So here Thompson is understandably very concerned about Montejunis, so he never stops the ball, and Beverley can drive and score. Watch on this play, the Kings play great pick and roll defense and they keep it simple. It's impossible to force sideline on a dribble pitch, so instead of allowing middle on a screen and roll, the Kings simply switch it. Sure, Harden now has a big man on him, but it causes a stagnant isolation. Thompson does a fine job, and they force a fadeaway long 2. Great defense. No dribble pitch this time, and Derek Williams does a great job of forcing sideline, but Carl Landry comes a bit too high, so when that pass is made, it's an automatic 4-on-3 for Houston, and they kick it out and Beverley gets a wide open 3. Malone clearly taught their big men to come higher on screen and rolls than most teams, but I simply am not a fan of it. You see elements of ice defense, but this is clearly not ice defense as Ryan Hollins comes out high. This allows Montejunis to get great post position, and he scores. Coming high also makes it difficult in terms of containing the ball handler. Thompson comes out to the 3-point line here, allowing James Harden to attack. Again, Thompson comes high, a simple pass to the roll man, and Houston has numbers, and here Trevor Ariza gets a wide open corner 3. If you think Jason Thompson trying to contain James Harden near the 3-point line is a good idea, comment. Let me know why. Okay, so here Houston is setting the screen and roll for Harden to go to his left. So Reggie Evans positions himself high in preparation to defend it. And all James Harden has to do is to drive away from the screen, and Reggie Evans is toast. He's on the opposite side. If he was lower, this wouldn't be a problem, but since Evans came out high, he's way out of position, and they get a corner 3 out of it. It's just one more disadvantage of bringing your big man out high. Again, Harden drives away from the screen, and Thompson, he has no chance. He's out of position, he is trailing the play now, and Harden scores. Sacramento isn't too bad in this regard, but they also made a few errors in terms of their rotations. Here, Evans does a great job. He's low, but one of the Kings' weak side defenders need to rotate down on the rolling big man. None of them do, which allows Tariq Black a wide open lane. Here, Carl Landry does a nice job of containing Harden low, and Ryan Hollins comes over for extra interior help, fine, and Nick Stauskas nicely sinks and fills to cover for Hollins, but that means Ramon Sessions needs to zone between the 2 3-point shooters. He doesn't do that, and Beverley gets a corner 3. Well, there you have it, guys. The issues I pointed out, I'm sure the Kings are not the only team that commits these errors, but to me, they're not errors. It's an inconsistent defensive system installed by the coaching staff, which I simply am not a fan of. Again, if you disagree with my opinion, please leave a comment and I'd love to hear your reasoning. Well, thanks for watching and see you next time.